In this lesson, we will work with our materials so that car will look worn, not new at all. Okay, first of all, choose base color black material. Let's experiment with it. Create image texture and texture coordinate nodes, and load the ground to texture in image. It will be in other folder, then texture and connect them by generated, which is mean that texture will auto generate it. Render with hotkey Ctrl plus Shift plus LMB, and what we got? Not the best result, so let's move this to nodes with Ctrl plus V on white surface. There is more comfortable to show my experiments. Visualize this way I like more than past. And now let's add new color ramp node with which we increase contrast. Also, with sweep white and black, just move this slider behind another. And set box and texture projection. Here is briefing from 3D Max. Here it will more clearly explain how differ projection relatively to flatter plane from box. That is in flat mode generation. It's in progress from one side. Texture will lay on the object with one surface. Here is cylindrical projection. Here its spin remains unchanged, but active sides are changing. But in spheric, nothing changed for some reason. But from squared, everything started. Okay, here texture generation comes immediately from 6 sides. Okay, let's continue. Let's add one more mapping node. This node relates to generation. I mean to more accurate adjustment texture mapping. Here we can move, twist up and scale. Right now we're scaling. I want to create small spots these places where a scuff will be. To be precise on the metal, here is a picture for example. We can split this picture in two parts, metal and dye. Imagine that white spots are scuffs, scratch marks. In general, this is our metal, and obviously that these places have other properties than places where dye is. And the first property is metal glows, and the second is a relief that is metal is under dye. Okay, let's try introduce these properties in our metal. Here is the first one and glows in node, we'll manage it. And reduce ruggedness, which is make it more brilliant. And bump node creates relief, and let's connect it to color ramp by height and visualize it. From far away we can see that we got two deep hollows. Reduce bump power. When I activated invert, I saw it going right away. I mean down. Sometimes that is not clear, is it peat or growth on top. Now connect glossy by normal. Render it and we will see crushed metal. It means we are going in the right direction. And let's connect whole system by mix shader. Return to the color RAM for a second and choose B-spline, which is created black and white gradation, not that sharp. And now the final touch. Take color lamp and connect like mixing factor in the last mix shader. And if you did everything right, you should get result like this. Let's work with door and create same scuffs. In order to not create everything again, we just copy 7 nodes and insert into the door material. Right away check how color ramp looks. This link shows how our thing going with or spots. From box projection we can see that we got this cross. I don't like it. We should somehow get rid of it. We can change image, editor projection on flat, but I will go on mapping and will move texture by location until cross is gone. And there is more scale manipulations. Render, and if they're so dark you can go here and activate Ambient occlusion. It's self-illumination. Pretty convenient thing, but you should abuse it because it reduces shadows. Okay, we're finished with white stuff. Of course we can add something. Looks like behind scuffs too scratched. But okay, now move on base color black. Working the same way, Ctrl plus C, Ctrl plus V, and check color ramp again. We should work here with sharp transitions. Place texture by mapping. Okay, with color ramp help we can minimize white color with increasing black. In this case, just move black slider on the left, which is increased influence of black color. Render it. And I like the black material more than white, so let's correct it later. Now move on metal. In image texture, load this texture and we can render it instantly. Looks bad from flat projection. Changed it on the box. Okay, looks better and working way we already know. Create glossy, then bump. That's how material look if we connect glossy by normal. In general, curiosity are welcome. Here every time I recommend experiment here more often, just to see the result. Trust me, third for experiment and knowledges will pay off. I'm on a roll now and decided to work in another way. I choose the way of researcher. As a result, I connect image editor to mixing factor, which is give result, but I want to add relief for scuffs. So move on bump, reduce force impact to zero point 0.1 and connect by height, not by normal. What's the difference? Usually by height is more simple way which is requires black and white map. Generally, the more spot hard, the brighter it on the map. But everything is harder with normal. There is no black and white map. Here's every dot has three colors. Every dot is X, Y, Z direction. On render, we got two relief surface, so let's add color ramp, in order to reduce general texture impact and increase it on highly contrasting places. So it means that we should increase contrast. Okay, in general metal has become not that worn as in the beginning scuffs are reduced and surface become more smoother. Here is a small houses edit. I made them more dark and shiny.